de longue date dans sa arrivée dans Dakota du Sud, Sud Dakota, qui a travaillé dans le secteur défense. Monsieur condamné pour passer 10 ans en prison parce que monsieur était intenté partager une série d'informations classifiées sous la MEA avec la aussi. C'est ça, ministre américain la justice t'a fait connaître, ministère américain de la justice t'a fait connaître. Monsieur ça, monsieur répond au nom de John Murray et Wawa. Murray, monsieur gagnant 67 l'année, il plaide coupable l'année dernière de multiples accusations d'espionnage initialement portées contre lui en décembre 2021. Selon le ministère de la Justice, parmi les chefs d'accusation qui gagnent une tentative de transmission d'informations relatives à la défense nationale à un gouvernement étranger. 3 chefs de communication volontaire d'informations relatives à la défense nationale. Monsieur condamné pour 126 mois de prison, suivi de 3 ans de liberté surveillée et une amende de $25,000 américains. Worl travaille pendant près de 40 l'année comme ingénieur de serre pour plusieurs entreprises de défense agréées et monsieur détenait des habilitations de sécurité nationale secret et top secret dans le cadre de fonction li. So, autorité fédérale a affirmé qu'il a placé monsieur en détention après qu'il ait partagé de nombreuses communications en ligne et en personne des informations classifiées de sécurité nationale avec un agent infiltré FBI qu'il soupçonnait qui travaille pour le gouvernement Ouslan. Est-ce qu'on a dans cette top monsieur prend la donne? Alors, yo monté un agent FBI pour monsieur. Attendez, dans l'investigation qu'a mené, yo monté un agent FBI pour monsieur qui prend pause la travail pour là aussi. Eh bien, monsieur partageait des informations top secret avec agent ça. Information ça on la donne notamment des détails précis sur fonctionnement système contre-mesures électroniques qui utilisé par avion de chasse américain yo, Jesus, classé secret par gouvernement américain selon le ministère de la Justice. Tenez bien là. Autorité fédérale a affirmé qu'il était placé monsieur en détention après que monsieur ait partagé de nombreuses communications en ligne et en personne des informations classifiées de sécurité nationale avec un agent infiltré FBI qui était soupçonné de travailler pour le gouvernement russe. Donc c'est un agent infiltré dans FBI qui était fait connaître qu'il travaille pour la Russie et monsieur partager information ça yo ensemble avec lui. Détails précis sur fonctionnement système contre-mesures électroniques utilisé par avion chasse américain. Ça veut dire monsieur bay Jean de secret ça avion chasse américain, c'est là aussi gagne elle contre sans aucun problème. Des informations classées qui top secret monsieur te gagne non mais pendant une grande partie de l'année 2020 monsieur te échangé des centaines de courriels avec agents infiltrés FBI là il te rencontré 2 fois en personne d'après ça département ajouté que correspondance là montre que Worl confirmé volonté pour le travail pour le gouvernement Ouslan et discuter de connaissances informations classifiées relatives à la sécurité nationale américaine. Est-ce que vous entendez? Alors les États-Unis sont pays même pour petit l'Israël alors. Même pour petit l'Israël. Autorité a affirmé dans un courriel que Worl déclare agent infiltré si je ne peux pas trouver d'emploi aux États-Unis, j'irai travailler pour l'autre équipe. Monsieur te dit agent infiltré s'il pas qu'à jouer un emploi aux États-Unis, il va travailler pour la Russie carrément. Donc monsieur son traite en personne. Malgré ses connaissances, formations, expériences, avec des décennies de travail en tant que sous-traitant militaire, monsieur choisi pour le trahir confiance, il a placé dans l'IA. Alors monsieur va le passer, il a un bon 10 ans en prison. Et gros dossier, n'a pas là, gros dossier. Monsieur trahit confiance pays et monsieur mette pays en danger, li bay des secrets qui cap cause les États-Unis qui a perdu même des multiples guerres même. C'est grave, ça qui a passé dans pays. M'te parlé de matin de mémorandum président Donald Trump lui-même li te signé et m'bral passer li et pour nous capable détail un peu dans détail mémorandum ça. Donc président li déchaîné pour la garde nationale dans tout pays lui-même et tout gouvernement là content, bad bravo, la contentement pour travail qu'a fait là, on suivre ça ensemble. Et avant suivre, pas oublier sur pour comprendre l'huile de désenvoûtement, fait le rapide pour pas en retard. On suivre ça ensemble.
Hello everybody. It's nice to have you here. We have some big things to announce. Today, at the request of Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee, who's standing with us, as you know, I'm signing a presidential memorandum to establish the Memphis Safe Task Force, and it's very important because of the crime that's going on, not only in Memphis, in many cities, and we're going to take care of all of them, step by step, just like we did in D.C. We have virtually no crime in D.C. right now, and we're going to keep it that way. It's our nation's capital. We're going to keep it that way, or we're going to federalize it if we had to, but we don't have to anymore because it's in such great shape. This task force will be a replica of our extraordinarily successful efforts here, and you'll see it's a lot of the same thing, although the numbers here are really something. They're really bad. Now, we did send FBI in about 4 months ago to work, and it brought some of the numbers down, and they did a great job, but we're sending in the big force now. We also sent them into Chicago on a sort of a moderate basis, and we brought down crime a little bit in Chicago, but we're now going to bring it down very big. We're going to be doing Chicago probably next. I was with a great businessman, a man who is involved in all cities through his business, and I say, who do you think should be next after Memphis? And he said, sir, you've got to save Chicago. We're going to wait a little while. But he said, you got to save Chicago. You can't let it go. And this is a very prominent man that everybody knows in this room. Another man in Memphis was saying, Bill, he was saying, very interesting, he's on the board of FedEx. And his hotel is about a block away. And he said, when I walked there, I said, you know, I don't want to do this again. I never want to do it again. And they won't let me walk there. They take them in armored vehicles. They take the board members of FedEx in armored vehicles like a block away to the hotel. This shouldn't be the U.S. This shouldn't be the United States of America. The task force will be a replica, as I said, and it's going to be, I think, equally successful. This is a tremendous success we've had in Washington, I can tell you, and everyone knows it. And people in the White House that work here and other people that I know are calling me and thanking me. They're going out to dinners. They're doing things that they haven't done in years. The effort will include the National Guard as well as the FBI, ATF, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security investigations, and the U.S. Marshals, and more along the prosecutors. We're going to have DOJ led by U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, who is here or not here? Who's that person here? That person is going to be very busy. So we're going to have U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, and most importantly, Pam Bondi's here. She's heading it up, and she's doing an unbelievable job in every respect beyond this. So also worked with some of the members of the team right here on D.C., and we're very proud of that effort. We essentially had the crime down to a very low rate in 12 days, and within another 10 days after that, it was so incredible. And it continues at that level, and we're going to continue. We have to because it's our capital. This team will deploy the full powers of federal law enforcement agencies and enforcement generally to restore public safety and get dangerous career criminals off of our streets. We're going to get them off. In 2024, Memphis had the highest violent crime rate, the highest property crime rate, and the third highest murder rate of any city in the nation. Other than that, they're doing quite well, thank you. A person is 4 times more likely to be murdered in Memphis, Tennessee today than in Mexico City. It's been, and you know Mexico City is not a cakewalk. It's been overrun with carjackings, robberies, shootings, and killings. There were 249 murders, 429 rapes, 5,616 burglaries, and 12,522 violent assaults in just the last little while in 2024 and in pieces of 2025. where it's actually gotten worse until recently when we sent the FBI down to see what the hell is going on. Last month, a vicious thug carjacked an elderly woman parked at the movie theater, dragged her out of the car, and body slammed her into the pavement, where she is still trying to recover. Probably won't be successful. So we're not going to allow this kind of savagery to destroy our society anymore. We're stopping it, doing one by one. We have time, but we want to go quickly. We don't want to lose Chicago. We're going to lose Chicago. We're going to lose places like you go to St. Louis. St. Louis. We're going to lose St. Louis. We're not going to lose. We want to save these places. You're going to lose them. It was the way the man said it. A very high quality man. I said, "Who would you do next?" He said, "Sir, do Chicago." You don't want to lose Chicago. We're not going to lose Chicago. So we're going to have to go very big, and we're going to go probably, we're thinking about it for next Pam. We're going to hold it off. We're going to do some of the smaller ones. And the truth is, our people are so good. Gaddy, you're doing a great job wherever you may be. We're doing so good that I don't think we need too much practice, right? But we got to go and save our big cities, our great cities. Chicago's a great city, and we're going to make it great again very soon. And I think we can do that. Despite the tremendous size, I think we can do a real job, and we're going to give you the resources that you need. So with that, I'd like to just end by saying we're going to make Memphis safe again, and I'd like to ask Governor Bill Lee to say a few words, and then Pam can talk, and anybody else you'd like to talk to. We'll go through the whole list. We have all day long if we have to, because we're going to, this is a very important thing. We have to save our country from violent crime. So, Bill?
Yes, sir. Mr. President, first of all, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your commitment for federal resources to the great city of Memphis. And it is a great city, and it has a great history and a great legacy. And we are very hopeful and excited about the prospect of moving that city forward. I've been in office 7 years. I'm tired of crime holding the great city of Memphis back. And I have spoken today with the director of the U.S. Marshals, with the director of the FBI, with General Bondi. We realize that this effort of multi-agencies that will combine the work of the Tennessee Highway Patrol and the local police departments, when we come together, we can make significant change in our city, in the city of Memphis, and that is a powerfully important thing for the state of Tennessee, and I want to say thank you.
This will be your proudest moment when we see you in 4 or 5 weeks, maybe sooner. You're going to see numbers that will drop and plummet like you haven't. Just like we did in D.C., they plummeted. Nobody could even believe it. And they're going to plummet. It'll be one of your really proud moments, and you've done a good job too. But this will be maybe your proudest moment.
Thank you, sir. Okay, and the director, as the director said, the goal is sustained.
Right. Got to keep it.
Sustained crime lowering, and that with this effort, I believe we can get there. We can finally get there for that city.
Yep, we're going to have it sustained. Long time. And your people are going to get better and better, and your police force has been terrific. They're working with us very much, as you know. We started it, as I said, on a little basis, and we got it down quite a bit, but now we go in for the big march, okay?
And Director Patel and his team have done remarkable work so far. As you know, the numbers are great, and this will be one more step in the right direction for Memphis.
That's true.
Thank you.
He's done a very good job. Thank you very much. Pam, please.
President Trump, at your directive, we went in, as you all know, to D.C. and took over the city of D.C., working hand in hand with Metro Transit Authority. All of the agencies represented here today got over 2,000 violent offenders, got over 200 guns off the streets of D.C., and D.C. is safe again. And now, Governor, working with you and working with our 2 U.S. senators and all of our agencies working hand in hand, we're going to do everything we can to make Memphis safe again. That was President Trump's directive to us, and it's easy to do when you're working with such great leaders. And Secretary Noem, you have been instrumental in this, and Director Patel has already been into Memphis and gotten so many violent offenders and guns off the street, and that's what started it. And working Stephen and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, thank you. We've all been going nonstop, working hand in hand together, and Gaddy Serralta, Terry Cole, and and Director Driscoll of ATF wearing two hats, and Pete Hegseth with the National Guard, all working hand in hand and being out there for a month. You can't tell who's with what agency but for the t-shirt they're wearing, because everyone's working hand in hand, and that's why we've been so successful. We're going to do that in Memphis, and we're going to get crime off the streets.
That's great. Thank you, Pam. Great
Thanks,
job.
President.
Christy, go ahead.
Mr. President, Memphis has a high number of trafficking, significant human traffickers, child exploitation, drug trafficking. The local gangs there are extremely dangerous, and I'm so excited that you're going in there to work with not just the governor and willing local leaders, but also our Attorney General and all the leaders that are standing here today to help protect our children. So